Okay guys, we are back, and hopefully the intermission screen has now gone. I shall very quickly check, and it has. Okay, I apologise for that, my Dota was just having absolutely none of it. But here we are in the first game, we have Sorrow versus Feedrunners, and we are up to the first ban stage, and very odd first ban actually, with Shadow Fiend. But Undying seeing a lot of... Oh, we're coming. Okay, that's weird, because... Okay, I must have talked to the wrong person. Right. Okay, first ban stage. First bans of the tournament. Shadow Fiend so far. With Undying, who's obviously a really good ban at the moment, extremely strong on the tri-lane. His tombstone is exceptionally annoying when pushing. It's really difficult to push into. Those zombies are just like a complete pain in the ass. And Magnus, who's an extremely strong mid. And obviously an amazing initiator. As soon as he gets his blink dagger, which happens pretty early if he goes mid, he can farm really well with his Q, and even though he's a melee hero, he can still put on a lot of harass. So, Darkseer is the fourth ban. Looking at that off-lane hero, probably one of the strongest off-lane heroes in the game. So Sorrow immediately locking out their support, and Feedrunner going straight for their mid and off lane. Templar Assassin was probably the strongest mid left in the pool now that Magnus is gone. And Batrider is very good against Templar Assassin in mid. We'll have to see if Sorrow picks Batrider up, but Templar Assassin with her Q can be extremely annoying to kill, especially at the beginning of the game, and harassing her is almost impossible. Her Psyblades can cause a lot of problems for any melee mid heroes that you want to put there, like Dragon Knight. But we'll have to see what Sorrow wants to do about it. Off-lane Bounty Hunter is obviously ridiculously strong. He can just sit in the forest, invisible, sap XP, and then he doesn't really need any farm, because as soon as he starts roaming and using his track to get some kills, the amount of farm your team gets is incredible. But his track was nerfed very slightly in the latest patch, with the bonus armor being... No, the reduced armor, sorry, being completely taken away. So there's no more reduced armor off of track, which is always nice. And Sorrow going for the Queen of Pain, probably either off lane or mid. Probably looking mid just to try against the Templar Assassin. Her Q is okay against Templar Assassin's refraction. And Sven being the big hard carry for Sorrow, who have... Is that a Minecraft pork chop? I don't know, I don't play, but it looks like a Minecraft pork chop as their icon. Okay, big Enigma being banned out. Oh, I love seeing Enigma. I hate seeing him banned. I want to see him played. If any team captains are watching this from any of the other teams, please, everybody pick Enigma for every game. He's a joy to cast. So much more than when he gets banned and you... Oh. Well... Venomancer the ban for Feedrunners, trying to get rid of that annoying level 1 support, probably the strongest level 1 support in the game. 50% slow at level 1 of his Q is ridiculous. Sorry, trying to take away some junglers. It looks like Rubik's probably going to be supporting the bot lane as things stand, so... They obviously don't want to put Rubik mid with the Templar already there. That would be a little bit counterproductive, but... Okay, we see Ezreal being banned, Keeper of the Light. That's a ban you don't see very often. But he's a good ban. He's very strong against Bounty Hunter in the off-lane, because obviously he doesn't need to be targeted. You can just spam your Q and keep him away from any sort of farm and XP. He's also really, really good at pushing, like unbelievably good at pushing. His Q pretty much destroys a creep wave when you get it maxed. So as soon as he gets to level 7, he just destroys creep waves like no man's business. Did I just get a message or did I not? I don't know. Okay, we're looking at the last bans. Sorrow are probably going to want to pick up another support hero. They're still looking for that either an off-laner, if they're going to put Queen of Pain mid, or the mid, and they need that third support for Sven, because Sven has, apart from his stun, he has almost no lane presence, so it's always good to pick him up. Two heavy supports like a Jakiro, a Leshrac, or or someone like that, a Lion, perhaps. And we see Nyx being banned. It's a little bit of an odd ban. I don't know where they would place Nyx in their lineup at the moment. They wouldn't really put him in the high carry role. And they've already got Templar Assassin who's locked out their mid position, so maybe a bit of an odd ban, but they obviously have their reasons. They obviously don't like Nyx. It's obviously Queen of Pain is obviously fearing the Nyx gank, keeping her locked down for a few seconds, coming out of Invis straight onto that Q.
10 seconds remaining.
So Feedrunners have still got to be looking. They don't really need a hard carry as such in their lineup. They're going to ban Batrider, who's obviously extremely good against Templar Assassin in mid. So now Sorrow has to look towards finding another mid or off-lane hero, and there aren't really many incredibly powerful ones left. If Queen of Pain does decide to take a mid, obviously you can pop on the off-lane someone like a Windrunner, or someone like a Tidehunter, who's okay in the off-lane. He can survive. So. And they are going to pick up Tidehunter, so Tidehunter I assume will either be their off-laner, or he will be supporting Sven and Jakiro, most likely the off-laner. We'll have to see where they go with that with their 5th pick. And Feedrunner is going to take away the Leshrac from Sorrow, so the ridiculously strong Sven, Leshrac, Jakiro tri-lane has been taken away from Sorrow. And Feedrunners are going to be looking to put Leshrac in their safe lane, possibly with Rubik, and maybe they're going to be picking up a carry in the last, like a Dragon Knight, or maybe a Morphling who has been nerfed like no man's business over the last few patches, but he's still okay.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Okay, so Sorrow are taking their time about this one. They know they need to either lock out their mid or try and get a off lane hero. So this, with the Leshrac being picked up, they could try and go tri-lane with their next hero and then bung Tidehunter on the safe lane, but Tidehunter against a Leshrac is going to have a lot of problems. They don't have long left. Maybe they're just waiting it out. Maybe they're going to pick up 1 second. We'll see. They are going to pick Lion, so my predictions were correct. They are going to pick Tidehunter and Lion. Tidehunter will be on the off lane, and Lion, Sven, and Jakiro will be on the safe lane. I assume, with Queen of Pain mid, I assume. I'm not going to say that's full definite, because you never know. But that's where I would place them. Feedrunner's now looking for their 3rd tri-lane hero, if they will indeed pick a tri-lane hero.
10 seconds.
I assume with Feedrunners it's pretty obvious that they will be putting Bounty Hunter on the off-lane and Templar mid, and then they will be having Rubik and Leshrac supporting their mystery carry, who they will be picking now. But again, the Dragon Knight carry looks like probably the best choice. Dragon Knight or Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter is a very good counter for Sven. He's and he could do a ridiculous amount of damage, but they're going to pick Faceless Void instead. Faceless Void is also very good against Sven, there's no denying it, but with a Lion, a Queen of Pain, and Jakiro, the Faceless Void's going to have to get his Chronos perfect, or he's going to get locked down pretty quickly. The Queen of Pain, you'll be looking for the very fast cheap stick to try and lock down the Faceless Void if he does manage to miss the Chrono. And then Lion obviously has the stun and the sheep, and the Jakiro has the ice path to keep him off any sort of farm and any sort of damage while inside. So I will move all the way over to the Dire and I will start. We have, I'm not going to say the full name, I'm just going to call him Giant. We have Giant on the Queen of Pain, we have Super Hentai Lover on the Jakiro, we have Zero on Sven, 0 hours of sleep is on Lion, and Fist is on the Tidehunter going down to the Radiant. We have Q-Fest, who will be taking up the Bounty Hunter. We have, I don't know how to pronounce his name because I can't see it, Skeet, let's call him Skeet, on the Faceless Void. We have Kingslever going mid on the Templar Assassin. We have Falcon on the Leshrac and Rome on the Rubik. And I think it looks like, yeah, they're definitely playing how I suggested that they should be playing. We have the Rubik and the Leshrac supporting the Faceless Void at bottom. We have the Templar Assassin in mid, and we have the Bounty Hunter on the off lane. And Sorrow are going to be putting the Queen of Pain in mid, so it looks like they are going to be running the Tidehunter off lane as well. Everybody's just walking out to get their place their wards and such. Looks like Lion has got nothing but a brace at the moment, but Jakira's the one warding, and Sven's just following him down. But it looks like they're actually going they're going to switch it up in 2-on-2. So you guys are going to win. It's not very please no ball. Okay. A little bit of banter at the beginning of the game. It's always nice to see. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to put up the last hits and denies for when it all happens. Queen of Pain is going to be having a little bit of a bad time, especially at the start against this. This Templar Assassin's last hit capabilities are just so much stronger than the Queen of Pain's. She's going to be getting absolutely nothing, and it looks like she is indeed getting pretty much nothing, as Templar Assassin takes a very, very quick lead, 2-3, and the Void is also farming up quite nicely on 3-0. And the 2-1-2, I've seen it been played once before in this tournament, and it didn't work out particularly well. It's not seeing a lot of play at the moment, but I suppose they figured they don't need two supports on this safe lane to try and keep the Sven, because they knew that the Bounty Hunter was going to be on his own, so they thought they may as well give themselves a little bit more of a chance on this off lane for Tidehunter to get a little bit of XP by putting the Lion down there with him. But then you have to say, if Feedrunners play this right, then Tidehunter and Lion aren't going to be getting any experience between them. And as you can see, they're both sat on 0 XP so far. And you have to say this is going to be a problem. They're kind of giving up 2 of their heroes already, just to see if they can have slightly better of a lane. Okay, they are going to now bring the Tidehunter in, and the Lion's going to sit back and support and throw a stun if he needs to. So they are trying to get some XP now. Try and get that Tidehunter up some levels. And it looks like actually they're going to send the Jakiro down bottom and try and go for the try v-try, get the aggressive tri lane going, and leave Sven on his own against Bounty Hunter, which is okay matchup. I mean, Sven shouldn't have much of a problem with this Bounty Hunter. His last hitting capability should be much greater, and it looks like he's just saving to go straight up for the to get his boots as fast as he can. We have Templar who already has a bottle and is now going for the first rune. It will be a regen, and is she going to start roaming? Is she yes, no, yes. Okay, Jakiro kept one of the wards so he could place it at the bottom after popping one at top to try and keep both lanes Templar free, which is always a good choice. Sven getting very ambitious at the top lane, actually, going pretty much all the way up to the tower, and Bounty Hunter's just going to harass him down, trade a few blows, and Bounty Hunter's taking almost no damage off this Sven. This Sven's going to have to run away very fast. This Bounty Hunter's going to catch him. Okay, we still see really nice farm off of this Void, sitting at 21 and 5 after 3 minutes. He's already sitting on 1200 gold, and they're going to dive the Jakiro. Nice stuns coming out from Leshrac. The nice Q by Void's going to catch him up. They are going to take down Jakiro as the first blood. Now Tidehunter as well. Tidehunter could get caught. Leshrac's got his stun up, but they're going to leave him. He's not going to get hit down, and not a good place for Sorrow to be on this off lane. Nearly getting 2 kills down for the Void. Tidehunter quite lucky to get away, but this Void's already got his boots up if he needs to, and he does pick up his boots. And Lion's taking a lot of a lot of damage off these creeps, and Void senses an opportunity to maybe dive. Shakiro's there as well. They're actually going to dive straight into the tower. Void picks up the kill, and they do get the Leshrac, but I don't think it's going to make a difference because Void gets a double kill, and now he's under the Shakiro. He will back out of that one, but this Void is getting a lot of farm at the beginning of this game. He's already sitting at 3-0 after 4 minutes, and he's got 24 CS. He's already got his boots, and he's already looking probably towards getting his Battle Fury. Because of his insane amount of early farm, he can probably afford to take 5 or 10 minutes to get his Battle Fury and then just explode in the late game. So we'll have to see how he goes, but that seems like the best plan for him. We'll see what he does. And it looks like he will be, because he has picked up his Ring of Health. Gives him more survivability on the lane, and obviously goes towards his Battle Fury. Little time lock on Fist. Okay, going back to the mid lane, we are seeing Templar Assassin so much better off in this mid lane than the Queen of Pain. A level ahead, and sitting at 26 and 14 to 10 and 1 on the Queen of Pain. And the Bounty Hunter versus the Sven, it seems like the Bounty Hunter is again winning that lane as well. The Sven just can't get any farm against the Bounty Hunter. Now he's got his track up. He can keep him tracked and just keep harassing him. He's so much faster. And now he's got his phase boots. He's going to be doing a lot of damage off of Janada, so Sven's got to watch out. Sven doesn't even have his boots yet. Sven can't even get to the shop to buy it, so hopefully he'll be using the courier soon to try and get what he wants. We see boots being moved out to Queen of Pain in the mid. If we have a look at the not current gold, that was wrong, net worth. Have a look at the net worth, you can see there Void, Templar and Bounty Hunter are miles ahead at the moment. A little bit of a gank attempt on Void, but he sees it coming and he dodges it very well. But this Void has so much money at the moment. He's already seen 3.4k net worth after 6 minutes, 36 and 8 last hits wise, and Templar Assassin has the haste. So Templar Assassin will be coming for the gank at bottom. They see it with the ward and they try to back out, but it doesn't look like they're going to get there. The nice stun by Leshrac and the Rubik stun. Rubik picks up the kill. Templar's going to dive and easily going to pick up a kill there. And it looks like Fist is going to drop as well. Nice little trap set by the Templar Assassin, and massive damage coming off of the meld. And they dropped ridiculously quickly. And now we see the Queen of Pain coming off the back and picking for kill on the Leshrac, while Rubik just stands back and can't really do anything about it. So the rest of the team just backs off. Void has his Q if he needs it. He's only level 5, so he hasn't got his chrono up. If he had his chrono up, we could have sensed he might have been able to jump in and get the kill there, but not quite level 6 yet, but don't know what just happened then. But that's not really much of a problem for him. He's sitting at 4k net worth now, and yeah, this is only 7 minutes in. He's seeing a 501. He's actually just bought something. It looks like it doesn't look like it's in the courier, but I assume he's just bought something. Oh, he just finished off his Perseverance. Okay. So as we can see, this Bounty Hunter hasn't even started roaming yet, and he's got his phase boots up. He's just harassing, keeping this Sven locked down and under control. Sven's only sitting on 1.7k net worth. He's just rushing. I think he's just rushing BKB actually. He's not even bothering with his boots. He's got to try and stop these tracks somehow. And at bottom lane we see Giant going for the kill on Rubik. Rubik sends Queen of Pain to the high ground, but that's not going to do anything because it's Queen of Pain. And it looks like Queen of Pain will be picking up the kill on the Rubik, and that's a free kill for Queen of Pain. But here comes Leshrac on the back of it actually. Queen of Pain does have a blink up in 1 second, and she will be getting away. Stun from Leshrac actually hits, so we'll be using his Edict, and it looks like Queen of Pain's just going to want to blink away from this one, and she will. And she will get away from it. But massive damage coming off the Leshrac on this Queen of Pain. Looks like Templar Assassin might be going top for the gank, but we do have a pause, so something going on. It's been a very aggressive It's been a very aggressive start for Feedrunners getting that Void so many kills at the beginning of this game. It looks like we have to go. And we begin. We're off. Templar roaming top to try and get the kill on the Sven. Sven doesn't even have boots yet, so this trap is going to do so much to him. She actually misses the meld completely, but it doesn't even matter. Sven gets stunned, a little bit of miscommunication. Don't think the bounty hunter realised, but the track is going to give him so much move speed, it's not going to matter. And there's the kill coming out on the Sven. Nice little rotation from the Templar assassin, picking up yet another kill. And Falcon and Rome just holding this Queen of Pain at bay at the bottom lane. While Void continues his farm, he's up to 4.7k net worth, and let's have a look at his last incident eyes. He's sitting at 49 and 14 after 9 minutes, which is really good especially against the tri lane. So this Void is doing exceptionally well for himself. He's getting a lot of kills and he's getting a lot of farms, so we can expect this Void to start doing a lot of damage very early on, getting these big team fights. Especially seeing that Titan is still only level 4, doesn't even have his ulti yet. Ping's coming out from FDR against Sorrow, and we'll see what they're doing there. They just pop up the Observer Ward and back off. So the big problem at the moment is the fact that this Sorrow team just cannot get any farm anywhere, and Feedrunners are just beating them pretty much on every lane. They need to try something pretty soon. They need to start rotating. Need to start trying to get some more kills, or at least getting some more farm for this Sven, because he's only sitting at 19 and 0 after 10 minutes, and he just doesn't have enough farm. We see another sentry wall being placed up. Actually spots the Queen of Pain. I don't think Queen of Pain realises she has the invis, but there's a sentry ward there. She must realise because she's backed off. She's backed off pretty soon. Okay, we see a big rotation bottom by Bounty Hunter. Sorrow don't have a clue. They don't know he's there. They're all big chrono coming out from Void. Catches 2 of them. Lion actually manages to escape, but Lion's going to get picked off on the back by the Bounty Hunter, while Jakiro gets beaten down by the Void. Really nice dodge of the ice path by the Void. Lion actually manages to almost get away, but Rubik picks him off. And now the Leshrac and the Void are going to combo together and finish off the Tide Hunter as well. So another 3 for 0 going down. Nice little rotation from Bounty Hunter using the TP scroll to go under the tower. Getting some nice tracks off. And the big Void ulti actually managed to catch 2 of them. And there was nothing Lion could do about it. He was on the back foot as soon as the Bounty Hunter started attacking him. And they're actually going to dive straight for the Sven. And Sven's going to... it looks like he's going to drop, but he's got so much armor off of that Warcry. He will eventually die. And now Void is 8-0-1. Sitting at 65 and 18 after 11 minutes. And this is looking really bad for Sorrow. They need some really good team fights to try and turn this around. They need to get this Tide Hunter up to level 6 as soon as possible and start using his ulti to capitalise on some big team fights, or Feedrunner's just going to run away with the game. Leshrac finally picks up his ulti. He does pick up his ulti at level 6, which is not what you see very often, but he obviously feels like he can afford to, because having such a lovely time, he also just wants that extra burst damage in the fights, even if it is only for a second or 2. So Bounty Hunter goes back to his lane and just continues his farm. And Queen of Pain's actually going to dive the Rubik and get caught out quite massively. Stole the Stormhammer, and that manages to get the kill. The right-click damage on the Faceless Void isn't huge at the moment, but I assume he's got something coming to him in the courier. He does have something coming to him in the courier. And it is the rest of his Battle Fury. So Void has already finished his Battle Fury after 12 minutes. That is a ridiculous amount of farm. Sitting at probably, once his items get to him, about 6k of net worth. There we go. He's 6k. Not 6k. 8k. 8k of net worth.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Are we seeing the GG called already? That would be a bit of a fast GG call. They still have ways into this game, and actually no, they have actually already called the GG. and they have begun the disconnect already. And good game, not well played.
Ends.
And it looks like the Void is just picking up more and more kills, diving everyone, but
Then we can meet face to face.
yes, it looks like they've already taken feed runners have already taken their first match in this tournament, and this is the first match of the tournament. And this Void just did so much damage on this bottom lane. It was ridiculous. Like 10-0-3 already. This is probably the most emphatic performance we've seen of this tournament so far, including all of the practice games. But as we said, we haven't seen any of these teams yet, so. This is a very, very fast game. Only 14 minutes until the concession.
Dire's middle tower is under
We do have another game later at 7, hopefully. It is scheduled, and one of the teams has said they can make it. The other team, we're just waiting in the wings at the moment for them. But hopefully that will be happening at 7 p.m. GMT, which is, I believe, in about an hour. So
middle tower has
hopefully I will see all you guys there. And yeah, this has been game 1.